Hello Skillr Boxers. Today we're going to analyse different ways to beat the long guard.
Good slugger, do you?
The long guard can be frustrating, but every move has a counter. With the techniques we'll go over today, you can exploit its weaknesses and get past that lead hand. The long guard is an open boxing stance where the lead hand remains extended to control the opponent. From the long guard, you can use feints, probes, blinds, traffic, peels, pins, posts, pulls and pushes to keep the opponent on the outside, open their guard, set up shots and frustrate their offense. A good long guard can be extremely difficult to break and frustrating to fight against. That's why today we'll go over proven techniques to get past that lead hand and take away their control. But before we start the breakdown, we wanted to share a quick message from our sponsor, Pro Boxing, the premier home training platform. Update to the latest app version to master over 100 new high percentage combinations from 6 essential categories: short range, long range, alternating combos and more. Train smarter and improve faster. Download Pro Boxing today and dominate the opposition. So, let's start with the first one. Feints. Feints can be an excellent resource against the long guard for different reasons. First, keeping the lead hand extended is already more energy demanding than a traditional guard. Adding feints makes maintaining the long guard even more exhausting for the opponent. Long guard boxers are aware of their exposure, which is why they tend to be more reactive to feints, usually by stepping back or readjusting.
Show different things, trying to throw the other opponent off.
If they readjust by changing their guard, you can use feints to exploit this transition.
In round 8, I thought it was so good. That big right hook. Downstairs to test himself against the best of the best. And this in the right or the left eye of Bivol was to...
For example, they might switch from a long guard to a Philly shell or a high guard.
Very important for Joshua to get out to a quick start.
It is, but we see...
Either way, you achieve the goal of the feint, breaking their long guard. Feints don't just force guard changes. They can also make opponents move their hands out of position, such as lowering their lead hand when reacting to a body feint. These feints create openings that you can exploit with follow-up shots.
Forward, not landing an awful lot of shots. Oh,
There it is!
But if the opponent doesn't move, you will be able to exploit the lack of reaction with the next skill. Guard manipulation. When the opponent doesn't react or adjust to your feints, you can use their extended lead hand to your advantage. While the long guard helps maintain distance and create traffic to disrupt the opponent's offense, it also presents openings. With proper guard manipulation, the lead hand can be moved, allowing for clean shots. Against an opponent with the same stance, you can peel their lead hand down by pulling it slightly towards you. Once the lead hand is out of the way, you can follow up with an overhand or cross for a clean hit.
For being a crude slugger, do you?
Against an opponent in the opposite stance, you have even more engagement with the lead hand. You can peel their lead hand down and go over it with a jab.
If you hit that hard.
Ergashev to maintain.
But it's not just holding for Ergashev. You got to try to his right and, he maintains. You want to keep turning.
Another option is using an outside parry to move the opponent's lead hand out of the way, then following up with a lead hook. You can mix up different guard manipulations as long as they help you exploit openings. You can also raise their lead hand to create an opening for body shots, which we'll cover next. Even if you don't follow up with a punch, manipulating the opponent's guard forces them to constantly reposition, which is very energy taxing. Going to the body. One of the most obvious weaknesses of the long guard is the exposed body. Targeting the body is an obvious yet effective way to land clean shots.
Right now, he's boxing smart. He's boxing.
There are countless ways to do this.
Yeah, but he's closing the gap a little bit.
Returning to our first resource, feints, especially level changes, can be an effective way to set up body shots. If an opponent doesn't react to a level change feint, that's a clear opportunity to land a jab or cross to the body.
And so he should be. Look at this.
He's doing the right thing. Usyk 4-7 last time, and Usyk.
It's amazing how Usyk just naturally puts.
As mentioned, you can also use guard manipulation to set up body shots. Raising their lead hand or moving it to the side with one hand while attacking with the other is a great way to get past their lead hand and make them second guess their defense. Jabs to the body are a high volume shot that can land repeatedly against a long guard opponent. These body attacks also serve as setups for shots to the head. Exploit the rear hand. While the lead hand is a great defensive tool in the long guard, the rear hand is usually not as effective. Most boxers who fight out of the long guard rely too heavily on their lead hand defense, neglecting their rear hand. While the lead hand is typically used to post and control distance, the rear hand is mainly used to catch and parry punches.
That is why they are
A lot of times, the opponent won't expect a shot from this position and will mistime their parry. The key is to get close enough to land the punch. To do so, you need to get your head off the center line. You can use an inside or outside slip, a roll to the inside or outside.
Yeah, and he's also missing a lot, obviously, from...
The important thing is to have your head positioned on either side before attacking the opponent's rear hand side. But now, we would love to know your opinion on the comments. How do you beat the long guard? What techniques do you use? Let us know. And if the video was interesting, you can find more on our channel. And to your left, we have chosen a video that we thought you may like.